YouTube, what is up? This is Come to Japan, the channel that wants you to come to Japan. My name is Dan, and thanks again for joining me on another episode. So on this episode, I'm doing another train video, riding the train in Japan. It seemed like you guys liked that one, so I'm just gonna do it again. Real quick, I just wanna talk about the goal of this channel, but the goal of this channel is to grow large enough with your likes, comments, and subscribe so that this channel one day can bring someone to Japan for free. And it's easy. All you gotta do is hit the subscribe button. It's right there, or right there. I don't know. It's down there. The like button's down there too. You can hit that as well. Doing some voiceover and talking about what's going on in my life, a little bit about this channel, and overall just hanging out with you guys. Okay, let's get this train on the road. On the rail? I don't know. Alright guys, let's get this video kicked off. I have a couple things I want to talk about during this voiceover while we watch the train. The scene is here going on, the shots of the trains here. The first is, obviously I want to talk about the goal of the channel because I cover it in every single one of my videos. And yeah, we'll talk about that. And then the other thing I want to talk about, just maybe some quick and easy tips, some basic stuff that you would need to know about riding the train. And yeah, these tips, you could probably use them anywhere in Japan when it comes to riding the train. So anyway, yeah, let's cover the goal of the channel. We'll get that out of the way. We'll squash that really quick. I talk about it in all my videos. Definitely check out all the other ones. But the goal of our channel is to grow as a community with likes, subscribes, and comments so that this channel one day, when it can start producing revenue, it can give back to the community. Give back to someone who wants to come to Japan but might not necessarily have a way to come to Japan, or they don't have anyone else around them that's interested in Japan, or they don't feel comfortable traveling by themselves or whatnot. So basically just give back to the community, give to someone who's really interested in coming to Japan but might not necessarily have the best chances of coming to Japan, maybe fulfilling someone's dream. So that's kind of the first part of the goal of this channel. Grow large enough, give away free trips to Japan, as many as we can. The second part is I would like this channel to bring other YouTubers to Japan. Like this YouTube, the Come to Japan channel, basically sponsor bringing other larger YouTubers out to Japan to experience it. And I want to try to create like a format, kind of like an interview kind of show, and to interview those big YouTubers and maybe get their thoughts about Japan and maybe some reactions about some Japanese food and just some crazy things in Japan, and try to come up with a structured kind of interview kind of style for the big YouTubers. And I want to bring the big YouTubers out so that they can bring their followings over to the Come to Japan channel, add value to the Come to Japan channel, and we get more traffic, and that in turn potentially creates more revenue, which in turn creates, we be able to give more trips away to people that want to come to Japan. So that's the whole kind of thing. Bring bigger YouTubers out, feature them on the channel. We do collabs and stuff like that. And they bring their following, and it kind of snowballs and makes the Come to Japan channel bigger, and we can get more and more people to bring more and more people out to Japan to experience, the epicness that is Japan, the fun stuff that is Japan. So yeah, that's kind of the goal. A little bit more in-depth kind of my thought process with what I want to do with the channel. So yeah, check out my other videos. I talk about it all the time. But for sure, yeah. So now I guess I wanted to just ramble about some tips and I guess maybe a little bit of etiquette about riding the trains in Japan. And I'm probably not going to be able to give the best advice, but it's just a few things that from my experience will probably help riding the train. So I guess the first thing is I've helped quite a few travelers here in Japan, and they always seem like I always hear the comment, oh my god, the train systems are so crazy, I don't know how to get around on the trains, I'm gonna get lost, oh my god, I'm so worried. And well, yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the trains can be very complicated a little bit, but at the end of the day, almost everybody's walking around with an iPhone or a Google phone or some sort of smartphone, right? Basically, if you know, you have to know where you want to go. If you don't know where you're wanting to go, it makes it kind of hard. If you have an exact location, basically try to find the closest station, right? And your smartphone should be able to tell you that. Take your smartphone to any of, the station agents or any of the employees of the station. They should be able to help you get to the right train where you need to go. So don't try to do it all on your own. Again, they most likely, if you don't speak Japanese, they're probably not going to be able to speak English that well, but you can communicate. Use body language, point, show them your phone. I want to go here. I want to go here. Use broken English, and most times you'll be surprised. There's a lot of people that can actually, talk to you. Also, try to ask a few Japanese people around you. You'd be surprised that most people are pretty friendly and, might be willing to help you. Hey, yeah, you want to go here? Get on this train. So, yeah, make sure you have your smartphone. Make sure you know where you want to go. Do half of the research on your side that you want to go to Odaiba, or you want to go to Tsukiji, or you want to go to, I'm naming places, Tokyo Tower, I'm naming places in Tokyo, but make sure you know exactly where you want to go. Find out which is the closest station, and, basically do half of the work. The people, they can't tell you where you want to go, if that's making any sense, So have a plan, I guess, and know where you want to go. Anyway, that was kind of a long ramble. I guess some etiquette kind of stuff. Definitely try to be a little bit more quiet on trains. Most Japanese trains are going to be dead silent. Sometimes you have a few groups of people that they might be talking, but they're really not that loud. Everybody in Japan is pretty respectful of everyone around them. And if they get a phone call, they might pick it up, but they say, "Oh, I'm very sorry," in a very quiet voice. I'm on the train. I'll call you back," or they just don't pick it up, and whatnot. Like virtually hardly anybody talks on the phone. Yeah. Oh, there's a myth that I kind of want to debunk. But eating on the train. So there are trains, yes, that you should not eat or drink on, and those are going to be more of like the local rush hour-y kind of trains that are cram packed with people, and it just doesn't work. There are trains that you can eat on, and those are going to be the express trains. Like the trains that are express, you can eat bento, you can eat fried chicken, you can drink alcohol, I've seen old Japanese guys drinking shochu, which is basically just like a Japanese alcohol. And they literally bring on a bag of ice, and they have their cups, and they're drinking shochu on some of the express trains. And they have full-on bentos, which is like the lunchbox set, fried chicken and snacks and all sorts of stuff. On the express trains, it's different because the seating is more like, I would say it's like airplane seating, to where it's kind of front to back kind of thing. It's not like some of the other trains where you're sitting sideways, right? When you're sitting sideways and there's people standing in the middle of the aisle, that's going to tell you definitely don't eat or drink on those trains. Because it's just, they're the local trains, people getting on and off, shuffling on and off. It's a lot more busier than the express trains. And a lot of the express trains, they go longer distances, right? And they have fold down trays, and they'll have like trash cans, like trash receptacles, like on them. So you can eat and drink on some trains, but not all of them. Definitely jam packed crazy trains in the middle of Tokyo, Shinjuku, not happening. It's just not happening. So that's kind of one tip that I just kind of want to debunk. It's like, oh, you can't eat on any single train in Japan. Well, that's really not the case. Like even Shinkansen sells food. Shinkansen sells bento, sells alcoholic beverages, sells coffee and all sorts of stuff. So it's not every single train that you can't eat or drink on. Just kind of the local busier trains that it's just frowned upon. What else? Backpacks and stuff like that. If it's a super crowded train, definitely kind of take your backpack off and like maybe set it on the ground. A lot of foreigners or Westerners, like, they do the double backpack. They have the backpack in front, they have the backpack in the back, and it might kind of be a pain in the ass to maybe take it off. Take off the backpacks, but if it's a busy train, you just got to do it because Japanese people are really mindful of everybody around them, and they don't want to be bumping around and whatnot. So, oh, I forgot about one other thing. Like, if you're listening to music with your headphones, like, just kind of be mindful. Like, turn it down a few notches. Like, if it's blaring in your head, like, other people can kind of hear it, and most Japanese people are pretty mindful of that. Like, they usually will turn their headphones down, turn their music down to a level that they can only hear it, because that's what headphones are, for sure. Oh, one last little thing I wanted to talk about is maybe kind of a cool souvenir, right? They have these kind of like maybe train cards, or they're called IC cards, but in Tokyo they have, I believe it's called Suica. In Kyushu it's called Hayakaken. But basically, like, it's just this cool little card that's got your name on it. And it's basically, it's like pay as you go kind of thing. You charge that card, and basically you'll tap the button and you just kind of walk into the train, and when you get off, it calculates however much the fare is. And I think that's much easier than trying to individually buy tickets every single time, because sometimes the boards, like the line boards, like, they're really cool looking, but they're sometimes super complicated to understand. You have all these like squiggly lines of where the trains are going, and you really have to kind of hunt, like, okay, I'm starting here and I want to go to XYZ station, and sometimes it can be kind of really hard, and English might be really small, or maybe the English is just non-existent in some of them. So, like I said, you can buy those cards basically at any of the machines, the ticket machines at the train station, at any of the larger ticket machines in the train stations. And if you have a Japanese friend or someone that can help you, you might be able to get your name in katakana, like, which is like the Japanese writing system for foreign names or foreign words. And I think it costs like 500 yen. It's like a deposit or something like that. But I don't really think it's a deposit, because you're not going to see that money again, but you have to kind of buy the card and whatnot. But it's a cool little souvenir, and it's super convenient. And most times you can actually use the same IC card on a lot of the buses as well. So if you're taking a bus anywhere in Japan, you can use the same train card, but it's basically IC card. It's got, like, I think a little, like, a chip in it that registers, when you go in and out of the station. So I recommend getting an IC card. Super convenient to get on and off the trains and ride buses. And again, it's like a cool little souvenir. And the ticket machines, they are all in English, so you should be able to fill it out pretty easy. I think you just got to enter your name, your birth date. That's about it, I think. Name and birth date. It's been so long since I've made mine. And whatnot, but yeah, it's pretty cool. And if you, like I said, if you have a Japanese friend, for sure they can probably help you make it. If you had a little bit extra time, like, there's some other like kind of ticket booths or like service windows that they should be able to help you, make the card. If you don't have a Japanese friend to help you get your name in katakana, which is again the writing system they use for foreign names and words. Use your smartphone, put your name in some sort of Google Translate or some sort of, there's thousands upon thousands of apps and websites out there that are going to help you get your name in katakana. And, you should be able to get the card. And like I said, it's a great souvenir. And if you plan on coming to Japan many times, you can take it back and basically you charge it. You'll put you put some money on there, and whenever you kind of run out or get low, you have to just recharge it and in the machines and whatnot. And if you plan on making more trips to Japan, the money is not going to expire. Oh yeah, and another cool thing about those cards is that there's a lot of places that you can just buy stuff with it. Like, you can go to the Konbini, you can go to 7-Eleven or Family Mart, and you can use that IC card that you bought for the train to purchase like drinks and snacks and stuff like that at 7-Eleven, or, you know, or some restaurants even take it. So it's kind of like an interesting pay-as-you-go kind of little card thing. So I definitely recommend getting an IC card. Super long rant there. But yeah, for sure. What's some other stuff? About trains? Yeah. Oh, yeah, like super packed trains. Depending on where you're at, it's not going to be the case. You know, you've seen like the crazy trains, you know, where people have to be pushed on, like, you know, shoved into the train. Well, yeah, they do have those. But it's not the everyday thing for most places in Japan. Like, places probably definitely in Tokyo, places in Osaka, maybe Yokohama, and places like that. But, you know, if you're traveling here, don't really get on the train during rush hour. You know, wait a good hour or 45 minutes, and you're not going to see that, you know. And if you want to experience that, okay, by all means, go ahead, do. It's not fun. It's just kind of blah, you know. It is what it is. So, yeah. The other thing with that is sometimes if you are traveling, going around places in the morning, just be careful. They do have all female trains. And they're pretty clearly marked. I think they're probably getting better with English, but where I live in Fukuoka, they don't have the problem. I think it's mainly in the bigger cities like Tokyo and probably Osaka, but just be careful. I've heard some stories of, you know, kind of some foreigner guys, like, didn't really know, and they just kind of got on the train, and everybody's like, you know, kind of a woman around them, and they're just kind of like getting looks like, oh crap, I think I'm on the wrong one. If that happens, just kind of be like, oh, sorry, I'm a foreigner, and you should be able to get off at the next station. So anyway, guys, I think the clips are running out here. Thanks again for listening to me ramble. Definitely like, subscribe, comment. Hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, and all the other social medias. I like this last little clip, and I'm just going to let it play. I thought the lighting was beautiful. And yeah, interesting fact that this station is called Oreo, kind of like the cookie Oreo. But yeah, audio station. So definitely enjoyed this last little clip of the train pulling out and the beautiful lighting. Okay guys, I hope you enjoyed that train video. Definitely be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. It's the only way we're gonna grow this channel and bring someone to Japan through this channel for free. Alright guys, this is Come to Japan, the channel that wants you to come to Japan. My name is Dan, and we'll catch you on the next. Mata ne!